Welcome to the Brown Load, and no, it's not our official first one of the year. No, second one of the year.
Yeah, second, bro. We did one last week.
What? You know what screwed me over is the kids have only gone back to school today. I swear kids are going back later and later.
Wow, that's luxury, mate.
No, but there's still some kids off school till tomorrow. So
what?
Yeah, and Milo just said to me this morning, went, "Oh, Dad, those 4 weeks holiday really went quickly," and I went, Four weeks. Has it been 4 weeks for Christmas?
Yeah. Like, bloody hell.
Well, I swear, I mean, you used to break up on the 22nd, 23rd, and go back on the 3rd or 4th. That was it.
Any longer, and you might as well just leave them at home for Easter.
Bruv, that's the whole of it. And also summer holidays as well, getting longer and all that. So it's just it's a mad.
By the way, I did see before I left, I saw Easter eggs are out. By the way, speaking.
Yes, I've seen a lot of people just eat mini eggs, like just packets of it, like on purpose during the festive period. Just like like we're going to be rebel about this, and we're just going to start eating mini eggs.
Well, I went onto the news channel that I go onto, and the big thing they had is, can you leave your decorations up beyond the 12 days? What is 12th night all about? Because you've got to take it.
Yeah, 6th of January.
And all that. And they're going, well, no, there's some people that like to leave it up for a month. They were having a serious debate about it. And I'm like, should we all just calm down? It doesn't really matter. You want to leave a bit of tension.
I was going to say, who cares? Who cares?
Well, but then I felt bad saying that. Are we saying that because we're brown? Is that our lack of attachment to to this, to a non-desi?
No, but like Diwali decorations, you keep it up until you really just get a bit annoyed with it all, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Or until it falls down.
Yeah, or the rangoli someone sits on it or something.
What are Diwali decorations?
No, yeah.
Oh, come on, Sach. You haven't embraced it. You don't embrace it. There's plenty.
Look, I don't know what a Diwali decoration is. What would you want me to put something up in my house? Diwali?
Yes. You need to, you can have like flower torans and you can have like divas everywhere. You can have loads.
I get that. Candles is fine, but what else?
Yeah.
It's not like there's a tree.
Well, we've had a Diwali tree in the past, but you can.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like people like to put loads of. You can get Diwali decoration now. That's the thing.
Yeah, and do you put them up? And I think we talked about this once on the podcast. It's about putting up Diwali decorations and letting it run through to Christmas.
You can. I mean, there's slight sort of issues, in terms of like different cultures come together. It looks a bit weird because Christmas decorations are a little bit snowy.
Isn't it what God wants? Really?
Well, yeah, no, it is beautiful, but it's like also then having Halloween decorations during Diwali. That's all. It's a little bit strange.
Yeah, Chrisali Ween.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, Ravan with his 10 heads could be a Halloween decoration.
Yeah, if you get 10 pumpkins in a line, it'd work.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Did you take your decorations down on the 12th night? Or you weren't here then, Sach, because you're in the Gujarat.
No, I did it before I left, but I did it. Well, I think we spoke about it last week. I did it on the 2nd or something.
Sach was very quick. Sach was very quick.
I had to go. Kej, have you still got yours up?
No, it was all, like I said, the wind kind of blew most of it down from the roof. So that was all hanging off the edge of the roof. So
we've had a bit of a default taking down of your decorations. So Sach took his down because he had to leave the country and he's leaving early. You took yours down because the wind blew it, half of it down. And then
yeah.
Milo was playing the keyboard, got up off the keyboard, a weird stool, lost his balance, fell into the tree, knocked the whole tree over, smashed all the baubles. And I looked at him and he's looking at me in the tree. He's in the tree now, lying there, right? His head's coming out of it. He's looking at me like, oh shit, what's Dad going to say? I just walked out the room, came back with the empty cardboard boxes that all the decorations go in. I went, put them in there. And he just.
I think it's a sign. I think it's a sign then, boys. No decorations this year. The world is telling us, put them away.
Oh no! Don't say that. That's sad. I know we've just sort of gone into this on a rolling start, but I think we do need to address the fact that maybe if people are slightly noticing a difference in the quality of sound, is because we're not in person and we are on the old Skype.
Why you got to pull up the quality of sound? There's no need. I don't think that's about quality of sound. Now you make it sound like, oh, sorry, we're on a dial-up internet one. Well,
it does feel.
It's not that bad.
No, but I think we do have to address the fact that why we are, we are away from each other.
It's Sach's fault this time.
It is my fault. Well, it's not. I wouldn't say it's my fault. You had plenty notice, and you do know.
What do you want us to do? Come out with you to India?
Well, if you want to come, you're more than welcome to.
I would have loved to come, actually.
I know Tommy would have liked to come because, do you know what? I every time I go down to the breakfast buffet, I think of you boys because I'm like, you would smash up everything in this place.
Well, what did you send this morning? Tell everyone what you sent.
Oh, what did I? Oh, it's the paratas. Ooh, how nice were they?
But it's the metal collie as well. Do you call it collie? The bowl?
The bowl? No. I call it a bowl.
Do you really?
Well, what do you want me to...
Bowl.
Yeah. What is it in Gujarati? It's a bowl.
Is it really?
Bowl.
But that's just, I love it. So much about Gujarati, I'm realizing.
No, it's not really. He's winding you up. Oh. It's not really.
What is it in Gujarati then? What's a bowl?
He's Googling it.
No, it's rakabi.
Who?
Rakabi.
I've never heard that in my life.
Swahili,
Rakabi.
I think they say kachuru as well, which is infiltrated into Gujarati language.
Rakabi. Maybe raka is to put, to rak, so, rakabi, stick it in there, man.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on. Where's my dal? But anyway, you got the metal bowls next to your perfectly round paratha, which tells me like that is kind of restaurant rolled or pre-packet ones. But I don't think it's a pre-packet one.
No, they were freshly made.
Yeah, but they get the fresh little bowls. They kind of got all the achar lined up, and then they're rolling them out, banging them out. But it's the metal bowls of the achar and the dain. That's what does it for me, man. And
do you know what? That went back as it was because I don't eat either of those things. I'm not really a day fan with a paratha.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, I'm with you, Sach. It ain't about the day.
I love the skid mark of the achar in the dain. That's what.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Why? Any see, I think I like it because when I was little, my dad told me off for it, and because I dipped like my chicken and then I dipped it in the dain and it left the kind of haldi skid mark. I should stop.
No, it's like it feels like it's contamination. By the way, can I just say I've just remembered actually the word because I think I said rakabi because it's cup rakabi, but I think it's more saucer. But the word for the bowl, Sach, is do you remember vatki?
Vatki, yes.
Vatki.
Yeah.
Like a caretaker with a bunch of keys, kind of going, I don't know what key opens the door.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's it. Exactly
VAT, vatki. See, in Punjabi, just to say vatki or vatke.
Yeah.
Was it so aggressive?
Aggressive.
I have to say it aggressively. If I tell you what the meaning of it is, you're gonna know why. Because my mum would say, vatki marna. Vatki means like really or
aggressive.
Really hard. Vatki mar. Like don't just hit it. Come on, like if you're gonna hit it with a cricket bat. Vatki mar. Vatki is female. Vatke.
Vatki is female. Vatko. It just sounds funny, doesn't it? Vatko.
Yes, it's a bigger one. Isn't it?
It's a bigger one. When you want the slightly bigger one, Vatko.
But Vatko is like a freshie, like confused why you're here. Vatko, you come to house, huh? Vatko, why are you here? But also, I got to point out, Kej, for you, I gave, which I don't give it up easily. You know the achar you bought me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where you get it from, like the Gujarati community.
Yeah.
The Punjabi achar, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say, it's not got the same masala flavor. I prefer your one, the one.
No, I'll be honest with you. The first time I had Punjabi achar was at your house.
Yeah.
Because we were having something years ago now. Like, this is when we were working together on the breakfast show. And you said, oh, yeah, I'll get this achar out. And you brought this thing out, which was like almost green brown in color.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
Achar. Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never in all my life seen achar like this,
mate.
Right.
Don't, Tommy.
And I didn't want to offend you, but but I was like, I'm not dipping anything into this.
No, it's still tasty in its own way.
No, but it doesn't. It is maybe to you because you've grown up with that taste and whatever. But I'm just like, I gave it, I think, a little dip with the spoon, and I thought, I'm not ruining the paratha with it.
I'm with you. I think I've converted now to I don't know whether it's more an Indian one, less of a Punjabi one, or your one is orangey or redder.
Yeah, I just expect for me, I think, and I don't know Sach, but achar is red. Orange color.
I don't eat it, but from my experience, it's a red color, not a green.
Yeah, the one in your bowl, Sach, in your Gujarat picture now,
it's red.
That one's a red color.
Yeah.
Anyway, my mum tried it. Mum goes, "He bought this one."
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then she's like, "Go get me the jar." And I know that woman. She's gonna be looking at it. She's like, "Well, I'll take this one and you get another one then. And they're like, I'll do you a favor. Like, I'll take your half open one. But I'm like, no, love, you ain't having it. This
Tommy,
is like,
your people are going to disown you, mate, if you switch Achar.
His mum's coming with him. Don't worry.
I don't care, bro. I've been disowned by every organization, community I've been working for years. I'm used to it now. I'm a lone wolf, bro. A lone wolf. But what I did try for the first time, by the way, on that Achar note, which is why we were having them, because it was post-Christmas. You know, you just don't want anything roasty, baked.
Yeah.
Basically, you don't want Gora food. You want you want a nice And my boys have really got into poppadoms. The kids have they love papad, poppadom, kind of crunchy stuff.
One of the best things on the planet.
And they just like dipping it in Dane. They don't have the spicy one. But I got the Patak's make at home poppadoms. You ever had these?
They're brilliant. Yeah.
So right. So I went to Tesco and it was like, oh, where are the poppadoms? Like, no, they're good. And they had the ones in the packet. It says cook at home. So they come obviously like dried hard frisbees. Yeah. And you rub a little bit of tail either side. Put it in the microwave, put a kitchen towel over it, like kitchen paper, 30 seconds. Bruv, it fluffs up. Then about 20 seconds after coming out the microwave, it hardens and cools. You got a crunchy, fresh poppadom.
Yeah.
Never tried them.
And everyone having a warm one, it ups the game. I tell you, it was nice.
But speaking of sort of, foods, I'm telling you, Kej, you would have loved. I've sent you photos of dogra already. I've sent you photos of tea.
You're making my mouth water while you're at it.
Honestly, the food. But today I did see something that was absolutely gross, and I did send you a photo of it as well. Tommy, I didn't send it to you because I don't think you'd know what it is. So,
describe it. Describe it to everybody, Sach.
Okay, so obviously, everyone knows that you get croissants.
Yeah, love it. Love
and
croissants.
Then obviously, if you're in, let's say, a station or something, you might get a croissant that's cut in half and it's got like mozzarella and tomato or something in it, or like
chocolate-filled ones. Chocolate-filled croissants.
Chocolate or a bit of ham and cheese or whatever.
Almond.
Today, all sorts of different sort of flavors. Today, I saw a undiu stuffed croissant.
Sorry,
look, confusion. He doesn't know what it is.
I think our poor microphone quality line that we've clearly established that we've got messed up what you said, because it sounded like you just went ungu.
No, but that's what it's called.
What's it called?
Undiu. Kej, break it down as the resident Gujarati in the group.
No, undiu is what is what Sach is saying, and I would say it's a very traditional. It's basically a curry,
but like a green one with all greens in it, mostly.
So basically, it's a mixed vegetable dish, right?
Okay, nice.
It's very Gujarati. It's known as undiu, and what else can I say about it? It's got potatoes in it. It's just got all the good green veg in it. And actually, I think where Sach is from as well, because Sach, you're in Surat, aren't you?
Yeah, it's made there, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Surti undiu is what they're known for. They're really known for it. And they have like these little bits of dokla in it as well, which I love.
Oh mate, how are you gonna? I'm sorry, but how are you gonna stuff a curry in a croissant?
And is it runny? Is it liquidy then? Or is it a dry?
No, it's not. It's not like a dirty one. It's a bit of a drier one.
Can I just say, firstly, undiu.
I'm picturing like, like bindia, and you get like the little lady fingers and all,
No, so it hasn't got. I would say more green beans, and it's got valor. And what's valor? I don't know how do you explain it?
It's a Range Rover, mate. Range Rover.
Yeah, the Range Rover valor.
Like valor. It's got ringara. It's got all of that dudi and all of that kind of stuff. It is banging. It's an absolute burst of flavour. Wow. When it goes in, and then you get the small bit of the dokla in there as well. And
is it smushy? Is it like if you grab it with a roti, would it all squish?
Yeah, it can squish. But I've got to say that there's a lot of people who make undiu and it doesn't taste nice. There's a certain way of making it, and I think a lot of people don't make it right. But that with a bit of buri I love it. That kandu, you're getting proper deep down Gujarati vibes. But Sach, can I just say, I know you've given it a lot of hate.
Yeah.
But if the one thing you do, can you please bring one back? I just
shut up
for the experiment of trying it, please.
No, I ain't bringing that dirty stuff back.
At the airport, Mr. Sachin, do you have anything to declare? I've got undiu on my bum. I got undiu on my bum. Sorry, I had to smuggle in for Kej.
An undue croissant. I mean, there is no influencer right now in the UK who has made that.
To be fair, Kej, you know me, and you know I like bringing stuff back from when I go abroad. And I've picked up some bits for the podcast when I'm back. So when I'm back, not next week, the week after.
Bro, if you can fit an undue croissant in your hand luggage somewhere.
I can't.
I just want to try it. Bro, we'll be the first people in the UK to try it. There's no other person in the UK who would have tried it.
You know, anyway, you get me an idea, Kej. I think there is something in that for TikTok, and because I love TikTok.
Absolutely.
You know where you just showcase all of the other desi dishes. Kind of go, look, we know you know chicken tikka masala. We know you know kebabs. We know you know this and that, But let me introduce you to, I'd even say there's some mainstream ones that haven't really hit mainstream.
Oh yeah, I mean, can you imagine if you showed dindora to the Western people? What do you call it? Dindora in Punjabi?
I don't think vada pav is mainstream. I don't think aloo tikki Bombay, like a Bombay sandwich, is mainstream.
I think it is.
But the thing is, you do get these influencers now who are letting these secrets out and showing them how to make all this stuff. You know, they're all, the amount of times now where you can speak to English people and they'll go pani puri, love a pani puri. You know, they know they're getting to know.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they'll be making it with Sprite in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they already have vodka ones. But speaking of sort of weird food combinations and stuff that you see, do you know what? I should have actually filmed something that I saw on the plane, and it was just weird, and I'm a bit disappointed in BA because I thought, do you know what, British Airways, you should know better.
Oh, something to disappoint you.
Well, you're saying this story at a time where over Christmas I saw an I'm not sure if it was Air India. I better not say it was Air India. It's not Air India.
They've disowned you.
That's another one. They're not like me already. The water leaking in the plane. Did you see that video going around?
That was it. That was Air India.
That was it.
That's a fact.
Said it.
Yeah.
You said it, right?
That's a fact. It's all over the
That's
internet.
a fact.
Yeah, but just to clarify, it wasn't rain coming in. It was the air conditioning internally leaking. But everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
We're not talking about the guy who went for a wee in the plane then.
No, I don't know about that one.
No.
Oh yeah, there was that as well.
And there's another story about another flight. I forget which one it is. Where the window blew straight out.
The door just came off. Yeah.
Yeah. So top it off, Sach. What's your one now? Third story.
Flying British Airways, the food options are, and they got this bit right. So, the flight to India, you should have a vegetarian dish as one of the options.
Correct.
You have to. You should.
You have to.
And they got. Yeah. And I got on the plane. They got that right. So I was like, okay, cool. There's a veggie option there. There's one that's not an Indian option, and then there's all the special meals that you would sort of order. So the option that I went for, and I thought, all right, cool, I'll still have this. Is the 4th of Jan when I left. Christmas dinner.
Oh.
I thought when I saw the menu, it's Christmas dinner. I thought, oh yeah, there was that. Then there was like obviously dal and rice and like the veggie option.
In the veggie, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was like special meals, and then there was pasta as well. So I thought, all right, now I'm going to go for a Christmas dinner.
Why would you do that, Sal, on a plane?
It was good. Do you know what? It was actually quite good. The Christmas dinner was good. But do you know what I was disappointed with? Do you know what they served it with? Like the little bits on the side, Tommy.
Was it a veg dinner or was it a meat dinner?
It was turkey. Roast potatoes, parsnips, stuffing, gravy.
I mean, it's dry anyway, and then on the plane,
it was good. It was good. So anyway, do you know what they got wrong? So do you know like the little accompaniments that you get on the sort of in the tray, the rest of it?
Yeah. Achar and Dave. And I thought, bro, I'm going to eat this for Christmas dinner. You feeling all right? Oh no, my God. Turkey and Dave.
No, but you can, honestly, two things. Firstly,
shut up, Tommy.
imagine the guys that are turkey. But the guys that are putting that plate together, right, in the kind of the flight company, the BA kind of kitchens are kind of going, well, everybody likes a Achar and Dave. Like, surely.
No, they don't. You have to have Christmas dinner.
In a parallel universe, there's another Sachin who's on that flight who's going flipping jackpot. This is a Christmas dinner with a Achar and Dave. Like, those people that who always want Encona with everything. Got any hot sauce, mate? Got any hot sauce, mate? Got any hot sauce, mate?
Kej is that guy.
Right, exactly. That person would have gone, brilliant. I've got the Achar on the side. I'm in heaven. But the thought of it, my mouth just filled with water. The thought of it. Did they get they get the Yorkshire puddings?
No, there wasn't. That would have gone soggy straight away. But yeah, no, it was. I mean, it was good. It was actually quite nice to fly BA because the only other option was Air India, and I weren't going to do that. So,
nah.
So yeah, after the leaking pipes. Yeah, that's it. So far, it's been good. I've enjoyed it out here.
What's it like weather-wise? Nice, hot?
Weather's lovely. It's about sort of 30, 31, 32. It's really nice. We're sitting out by the pool today. It's just been good. And even though, like, obviously I've said it before, I've come here to visit my grandma, still kind of got into trouble because it was just like, well, why are you staying in a hotel?
Yeah, that is good. That is a bit. We need to address that, Sach, actually, because like you told everybody that you're going to go and see your family and your grand. And this man's staying in a hotel because Prince Sach can't mingle with the rest of the armed army.
No, I still don't know why that is frowned upon, and I don't think it should be anymore.
Absolutely frowned upon, Sach.
Why? Yeah. Why? For what reason?
Because you've got to be on the same manjas as them. The fun that at night when you all gather around, the communal bed.
But you don't have a little chat. What do you mean a communal bed? There ain't a communal bed, mate.
You know what? I think you need to go. You need to when you turn up there, can I go? Look, I've booked a hotel because basically I'm an arsehole. Yeah, and I don't want to.
No, exactly. There's a fact. Tell me now.
Fact is fact. Really, what you're saying is, I can't be asked to put up with your shit, anyone else's shit, the stuff that you're going to do in this house, the smells, the noises, the interruptions, the
little bit of water trickling out of the thing, the timing of when I can go for a shower because the barney's gone cold and then you have to wait for the next person.
You're Western now. You're
British. But that's what I mean. But I don't know why they can't understand that. Like, I'm sorry. There's two things. Like, there's two things. The bed. In Indian houses, and we know this is a fact, the beds are harder than Fred Flintstone's bed.
Love it. Love that.
It is. What do you mean you love that? It's horrible. It's like you're sleeping on a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of like it.
My name Barney.
And you're not talking about manja. You're talking about their mattresses.
Yeah, the mattress is solid.
I don't even know what the makeup is inside. What material is that?
Bro, I'm telling you, it's a slab of marble.
Yeah.
Or stone or concrete. They've just go and sleep on that.
I've just had an image of Sach having a bath with a bucket and a little doll. Do you know what I mean? There's no way he's doing that. I mean,
there's no way I can do that. And you know what? Like, I don't know. Is it? But I can't do that anymore. I can't do it.
Western. It's become Western, yeah.
If I have a bad night's sleep and if I don't have a shower, rubbish shower, water don't come, I'm in a bad mood.
No, I don't think you're on your own there.
You mean you don't go for the shower? Because basically, I remember one of our rallies got the new shower installed, and we were like, oh wow, this year, my mum and dad were telling me, no, they got the new shower installed, and it's going to be brilliant, Kej, it's going to be brilliant. We went there, literally, I'm looking at the shower, and it's got like 3 drops coming out, but every 30 seconds, and I'm just like, wow, this is new shower.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I mean. You can't win, if you still come here to see your family, and they're all happy to see you, but they're like, no, you got to stay. They'll even cancel your booking at the hotel. It's like, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. Yeah, come on, I think you understand as well. You just need a shower, a bed, and you just need to go home at some point.
You are such a creature about your, of your own space, Sach. And you're like,
what's wrong with that?
I think that's why you're a DJ, because that's your booth. That's where you are there, away from the others. When you're not working, you are very much quite solitary. You're happy going for your little walks on your own. So I think you just somebody who likes his own space and that. Well, look, you'll be glad you're over there in the sunshine, in hotels and all that. Because Kej, what's it been like here?
Yeah, so we've been dealing with the tropical flooding that we've had.
Tropical weather.
tropical flooding.
Tropical flooding. Sense. We've had Siberian snow conditions as well in the last couple of days. So it's all coming down. Weather warnings galore. Thank God the train strike has now been called off, because that would have been complete carnage in London, because the whole tubes would have gone down.
Been called off. That's good.
Yeah, got called off late Sunday night. So it's carnage in the UK, but we love it. We wouldn't have it any other way. Do you know what I mean? Because this is what Sach is part of.
What do you mean? Well, why would we not have it? I think we'd like it warmer, wouldn't we? What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to not.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
love it. We're falling apart. There might be countries busting in every way
all day. I can't afford it.
Do you know what? I don't believe this for 1 minute, because I sent you a picture the other day when I was in Bombay, and you both told me to do one in a nice way.
Yeah, and it wasn't today in the news. They said the doctors have called off their strikes, but they're getting ready for the next one. I'm like, okay, that's great. So it's just chaos. And then we're getting ready for an election in the second half of the year now, as we know as well. So it's
that's news to me.
This year there's going to be loads of people voting around the world. I think it's 75% of the population will be voting for a new leader. like in all the different countries around the world. So there's a big year of voting going on. So we'll get to see. But talking of voting, actually, and the potential of Rishi Sunak going up again, and whether he's going to get involved again, will he be voted in, or will he actually be voted in? Because so far we haven't had the Prime Minister who's actually been voted in by the public. I got a post the other day, a letter come through the post.
You got a post. You got a post. That doesn't make sense.
No, I got a letter through the post, is what I meant to say. Because I'm so into all of this post, the post office dilemma that's been going on the telly recently, which is incredible actually. And loads of this were involved in that as well. And
is that Mr. Bates thing?
That's it, Mr. Bates. Yeah.
So just so Sach, that is big news over here at the moment.
Really? Yeah, I've seen bits.
Everybody's watching the thing. I still haven't seen it yet. I don't know about anybody else.
It's shocking.
I'm going to throw this one in. Come 8:00 every evening for the last 10 days or so. I'm so tired. I'm like, I'll watch it tonight. Gets to 8:30, and I'm like,
bed.
Oh, tomorrow. I'll watch it tomorrow because I haven't got the kind of staying power for it. But Buddha ho gaya. But it's taking over the nation, and it's all across the news because. Right. They're kind of going, well, who's going to pay out these people for the injustice?
Well, there's people who went to prison, which is even more shocking. There's normal desis who went to prison, completely shamed in the community and all of that.
People that got sick and died, they got depression,
mental health, all of that kind of thing. People with kids had to be sent to prison.
And did you hear? Because it's I think is a company called Horizon that that did the kind of app technology that failed. But today, do you know who's behind that app technology?
Oh, go on.
Fujitsu. So today in the news, they're kind of going, well, hang on a minute, because I think Horizon, whoever, have just gone, hey, it ain't us. The technology bit of it that failed was Fujitsu. And they've now looked into it. Fujitsu have got billions in their bank account. And they're going, right, Fujitsu, you can pay out these post office people. Wow. So they're getting ready for that. So it's all going up. Sorry, Kej, but you were saying, forget all of that. The post service is working.
Yeah, and so I got a letter, and if I could just show you, I'm here. I'm going to just show you slowly. Here we go. Look.
Hold on.
Can you see that?
Okay. So far, I can see the top of an A4 piece of paper. Yeah. And at the top of it, it says Rishi Sunak. Like you've got his CV there.
Bro, I've got his
name is the heading.
It's the letter. I've got Rishi Sunak's letterhead here.
You know what? I think that's hate mail, Kej. Someone just sent you a letter and called you Rishi Sunak.
Well, actually,
they all look the same.
Actually, I'm going to read you just the start of it. Dear
Rishi Sunak's written to you.
Rishi Sunak's look on real. I mean, everyone knows.
Hold on. Is it addressed to dear homeowner?
No. Dear Kejel. Everyone knows and has heard.
Hang on. How did you say your name?
Kejel.
That's not how you say that.
Kejel. Okay. I mean, did you say how you want?
No, you know why? He's trying to say it. He's trying to say it how Rishi would say it.
Exactly.
Hello, Kejel.
So everyone knows the
passport. Kejel bhai.
Yeah, everyone knows the infamous story. If you don't, you've missed out. Catch up on the podcast. But everyone knows the infamous story when obviously Mr. Modi slid into my DMs once when we were working at the BBC, and now it's been followed by Rishi Sunak sliding into my actual letterbox with "Dear Kejel bhai," and it starts off in bold. Nothing is more important than our shared future, passing on a growing community economy and a green environment to our children and grandchildren.
Did he write economy?
Economy.
The
development of basically, he sent me two pages worth of lettering.
Oh, just by looking at that, Tommy.
No. It's legit.
Let him have it, Sach.
It's legit.
No, but I've just had a little insight into what that is. I'm sorry, but if I opened that, it would have gone straight in the bin by now.
It's a flyer. He's been sent a flyer.
It's a flyer.
He's been sent a flyer for Rishi Sunak's Bangor Garage rave on a Saturday afternoon. And he's gone,
he says, I want to hear from you. That way we can build a bright future together. So let's start by facing the facts. The truth is that for decades, politicians, every part, all of this kind of stuff. But he wants to build a brighter future, and he wants me to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So what he's done is he's sent me a few questions that he wants me to answer.
Okay, go on. Question number 1.
We delivered our promise to halve inflation by the end of 2023. What are your top 2 priorities for the economy? So I've got to.
Are you going to reply?
I've got to tick a couple of boxes. I don't even know what that question means. But basically, I'm I'm going to go through it. He wants my input, and I'll be sending my reply. And you know what? What a legend! People say that, he's this and he's a bit tight and everything. He's even sent me an envelope to return my replies.
Postage paid. A postage paid.
Oh my God!
So
be careful of that. Be careful of that question, Kej, when they ask about your residential status. Don't tick the wrong box, mate. Otherwise, you'll be on a flight back over it.
The thing is, I don't hear anyone else who's got this letter.
No, you're right. You're right.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, so obviously he knows there's a connection there.
I definitely agree. I think it's special.
He's gone through Modi's database and gone, right, who are the big hitters in the country? And he's obviously then, got a letter. Forget DMing. He's sent me a letter.
Have you got your own Kejel-headed paper yourself to reply on?
I might have to make one.
Because I think
do you think he put the Brownload logo on it?
Because no doubt he'll be there.
No, it's just you.
He'll be there with his missus and other Tory members kind of going, oh, Kejal has just replied. Look at his paper. Look, he's written to me. So he'll be just as gassed. So you give him the feedback. And if he gets in, Kej, you're in. You're in with him.
This is what I mean. We're always one step away from the big dogs. That's what I'm saying. On the Brownload, we're just one step away from the big dogs. Just one side, one letter.
Bro, it's like right now, you're at the wedding party, but he's on the head table, right? Correct. He's up there, you're down there. But how can you get up there? He's looked at you and he's gestured at this empty seat, like, Kej, this is yours if you want it, mate.
Exactly.
Come be a part of it. You are worthy.
You never know. We might get the contract for his social media. Do you know what I mean? Because he recently did post a video and it was a little bit naff, with the social media video that he did for Christmas and all of that kind of stuff.
You know what? I didn't mind that. I thought it was all right, by the way.
Oh, come on, Sach.
No, but look, in the grand scheme of things, it's better than anything else that's been out there. So it's good that he's done something.
I just want one of his heated thermoses that he's got.
Yeah, I didn't in that advert thing that he did, whatever it was, that little promo thing of him being, am I the only one working? And he's at home alone.
Yeah.
Why? When he lifts up the phone, he goes, no, Andrew, wrong number, Andrew.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was like, and then I'm thinking, Andrew who?
Is that supposed to be Prince Andrew?
No.
Because that's a bit.
No.
What other Andrew is it?
It must be some Andrew in his office.
No, but why Andrew?
Andrew?
Bearing in mind that it's so in the news at the moment with Andrew.
I know, but it might be his secretary. I don't know. Andrew who makes tea. I don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense for anybody else.
No, you're looking into it a bit too much.
Yeah, well.
No, I thought the same thing. I'm like, who's this Andrew by? Because basically, maybe I need to email him.
Who?
Maybe you do.
Don't message no Andrews. No Epsteins. None of them lot. Stay away from the Clintons.
Yeah, stay away from them all. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's all coming out this week as well.
It's all
speaking of sort of coming out, the other thing I saw was.
You're going to tell us something.
Oh, news! This is why he's in the room on his own.
This is why.
No, honestly, it's big news because I've seen it everywhere.
Go on.
It's snowing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. No, it's snowed.
You know what? It is. You see it on Instagram a lot, and I was like, I'm not even here, and I'm fed up of the snow because everyone's just posting, "Oh, it's snowing."
But it's the first one for the year, Sach. Everyone gets a little bit excited about it. You got to give them that. I don't, but it's the first one for the year. Everyone has it.
No, but I'm sorry, it's not even been proper snow, has it? Like around where we are.
It was a flurry. And we're expecting. They're saying, obviously Scotland, the high grounds, they've been covered. And they are expecting London to get a bit more. So let's see how that goes.
I felt a little bit stupid. I was on the phone yesterday. I'm doing some Chatnays stuff because Chatnays is officially out there. And I was speaking to a lady actually who owns some supermarket chains, some Asian ones, and I was on the phone having a chat about it all and all that. And I went midway through the conversation. I'm in my house, obviously. I went, oh, it's snowing. And then he said, I'm 47
He's that guy.
years old.
He's that guy.
Everybody, I don't know anybody will go, yeah, and so what is that? Unless you live in Alaska, I think it'll always have an effect when you first see the snow.
Agreed.
No matter how old or young you are. So, and I remember the other, she on the other end of the phone, she went, oh. I went, oh.
Yeah. Oh,
just moved on because it doesn't mean anything.
She didn't feel it. She didn't feel it.
Yeah. Well, no, it is overrated. To be fair,
while the UK has been freezing in these Arctic temperatures, we've been consuming a lot of telly as well. So I'm sure that Tommy in particular might have seen a couple of things. Sach, did you see a few things while you were travelling on the plane in and around? Because I know you do love your Indian serials and dramas.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I didn't watch anything on the plane this time. I don't know what I think I was.
You went
know
through
what?
the whole flight without watching anything.
I slept a lot of it.
Oh,
I don't think I watched anything.
How can you sit on the plane and not watch anything?
No, I don't think I did this. I listened to a few podcasts, but that was it. No, I didn't watch any film. They had some good stuff on it because I wanted to watch things, but I was just out of it. As soon as I hit my seat, I was gone.
Wow. Well, can I just quickly?
I mean, the one thing that I did see, Tommy.
Go on.
The one thing I did see today, Tommy, Kej, was Iron Man 3 in Hindi.
Well, that must have been great because you don't understand Hindi.
No, I don't, but they had subtitles, and it was
who was it? Akshay Kumar as Iron Man?
No, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. was obviously Iron Man, but I don't know who the voice, the dubbings, and I just thought, do you know what? It made me want to watch it because I've seen it so many times. But I was just, because it's just weird, isn't it? Watching something that we're used to.
It doesn't hit as hard, does it? It's
no, do you know what? It hits differently though.
Yeah,
I think dubbing is going to be. I think dubbing is going to be a thing of the past soon.
What do you mean?
Because I just think more and more people are now speaking English, and I think if you are a program maker, I think you're going to start noticing that if you make it in English, it's just got a bigger reach around the world, and I just think it gets into more territories, and I just think, why would you not want that?
Yeah, the other day I watched the FA Cup. That was in Hindi as well.
The FA Cup in Hindi.
Magic of the FA Cup.
See, Kej,
give us a phrase.
It's interesting you say that because I think, firstly, I do a lot of dubbing, right? And I do a lot of dubbing voiceovers for shows. When they come over to the UK, I've done about 5 or 6 cartoons for Netflix, a couple of shows where they want it in an English accent. It's in English, because it's an American show, but they want it in an English accent for the English audiences. So I think it's going the other way, even though because people want their own in a world where everything is being kind of dominated by the West. They're kind of going, no, we're holding on to our culture. And as we're seeing with China rising, India rising, all these other nations getting stronger, they're like kind of going, nah, mate, we don't want it in English. We are Spanish. We are.
I agree. And that's what I mean. Do you know, so when it cuts to the halftime sort of panel in the FA Cup, so they had 3 Indian brothers speaking in Hindi. Right. And down the line, they had David James.
So who are these 3 Indian brothers?
Randoms. I don't know who they are.
I mean, does Joey Barton know about them? Because have they played the men's game? Are they allowed to comment?
I don't know, but like they were just there talking about it all in Hindi, and I thought, look at this, a bit of Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville in Hindi, different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was just nice.
Was it good analysis? Did you understand them?
Yeah, I did understand them, but it was a bit shit, to be fair. But I did watch it. Watched it. You know, it was very generic.
Yeah. It's like putting us 3 on it, probably, and getting us to talk about it.
I think we'd probably analyse it a bit better.
Right, so I'm going to tell you about the one thing that I saw this weekend. And can I just say, every human needs to watch this film. It's in the cinemas. Right. It came out 1st of January. It's called One Life, right? It's a British film, actually. And I know, Sach, you're laughing. And actually, Sach probably won't like this film. But it's a true story. And I'm all in when it's a true story of this British humanitarian, basically, goes by the name of Nicholas Winton. Have you ever heard of this name?
No.
Dale Winton.
Exactly. But who's Nicholas Winton? And Nicholas Winton, I'm like, how have I got to this age and never heard of this man's name? And basically what he's done is he goes back, I think it's in the 30s when World War II was going on. He went and saved Jewish children from German-occupied Czechoslovakia. And he just brought 669 kids from there to England, and England with foster parents took all these kids in. It's such an incredible story, how he did it. It's got Anthony Hopkins in it. It's got Helena Bonham Carter in it as well. It's brilliant. Everyone needs to know about this because in the current climate that we're in, with all the hatred and all the attacks and all this, and you realize, you know what? And there's some brilliant people in this country. Why, in history, we should learn about these people. I've gone all serious about it, but it affected me so much. And I just think, rather than talking about conquering and the new generation of kids teaching them about, we invaded this country and we did this, why don't we celebrate the people who did great stuff and just showed a lot of humanity? And this guy, I mean, there's a statue of this guy in England. No one even knows where it is. It's brilliant. And like the fact is, I Googled the story, what he did, what he achieved. I know Sach ain't going to watch it, but please, watch this film. There is so much. And you know what? I went in there. It's a 12A film. And I saw a lot of young kids. And I was like, what are these young kids going to do in this film? Because they are going to get bored. They were properly plugged in. And they loved it. Milo will love this film.
I'm sure he would. But just in case anyone's wondering, if you that's what the fast forward 30 seconds button is for on your for the last 30 seconds.
I gave up.
Yeah, Sach left the room and actually went, you know what? I'll spend time with my grandmum while at their house. I'm going to go and have a shower at my grandmum's house during Kej's monologue.
Oh, love it. It's so good, though.
You
Honestly,
know what?
It is good.
I know, I'll be honest, it sounds really bad to almost say it like this, but films based on real history, like your Schindler's List and all that, are quite hard-hitting and emotive. And if they get you right, they get you in the right day and time, that kind of stuff could change your life. Like I watched Killers of the Flower Moon, which are really...
How good is that?
Really long, but 3.5 hours. But I really enjoy it just because it's Scorsese who's made it. The cinematography is lovely. The shots of the American planes and the back, not planes like airplanes. The
fields. The fields.
The fields. That was great. And then on the other end of the scale, just a bit of wham bam kind of fun entertainment. I watched The Family Plan on Apple TV with Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg. He's what's the word? An assassin who's living an undercover life with his wife and kids. And then he gets kind of called out because of social media. They find out, and then the assassins come after him to get him. But it's just a good little action one. My mum and dad watched it as well. Happy days. It was a nice, easy one.
Killers of the Flower Moon. I think they won a couple of Emmys as well.
Well, yeah, it was the actress that Lily, whatever her name is, she won Best Actress for it as well. So yeah, it's cleaned up, but it's a long, slow, westerny kind of film based around Native American.
If Sach can get through Killers of the Flower Moon, that's like him completing a marathon.
Yeah,
it's not happening. It's not happening.
It's just a slow job. But I've always been a bit fascinated with American films. Even that Blood Diamond.
That was a good film. That was a good film.
There Will Be Blood as well. I'm not the one saying blood thing. So yeah, There Will Be Blood, which is that who's the guy who comes out of hibernation just to do a film every now and then?
American.
No, he's the he's like you want to say like a name like Robert Downey Jr., but it's not that. But anyway, he was in Iron Man.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
That's it. He's in that one, and it's just a brilliantly shot film. So no, I love all that stuff. But anyway, moving on.
The other thing, it's not something I've seen yet at the moment. Doctor Strange is on in Hindi on the telly. I might watch that a bit later. But
Doctor Very Strange. The Doctor Very Strange.
Very strange, yeah. The thing I am going to see on Sunday, and I was here last year for it, was the Kite Festival. Sankranti.
Makar Sankranti.
I'm here for it. And do you know what? Like, so going around sort of, in the rickshaw and stuff over the last few days, they're getting ready for it like it's some sort of big festival. Well,
it is, Sach. Have you seen
they're making all those little reels?
Have you seen on the sides of the streets where they got all those the strings being made with all the glass attached to it? It's brilliant.
There, and I'm just watching it. I'm just like, this is like a big deal over here. Like,
And isn't there some stat that every year so many people fall off the top of their houses?
Yeah, do you know what? Some bad, and people get cut by strings that's like lined in glass and stuff like that. So
I was about to. The reason I'm saying I was about to kind of go. So Sach, you're going to get involved, get on top of your hotel roof?
To be fair, I did see the sign downstairs in the lobby, and it said, "Come and celebrate with us on Sunday." So I might whiz by there and see what it's saying.
Please film it.
Would you want me to? No. The last time we were with a kite, we got it stuck in the tree in Epping Forest. Do you remember that?
That's why don't fly kites in England.
And on the celebration festival, and this weekend is also Lordy. So it's Lordy on the. Everyone's getting ready for waving of the moolies around the fire and having popcorn and all this kind of stuff. Apparently, I've heard all sorts that it's not really because normally people say, "Oh, when you have a baby boy, you celebrate the baby boy at Lordy." But apparently, that's just a myth. And
we moved on now.
Yeah, it's just people celebrating the end of the winter and longer days coming in and all that kind of stuff. So here you go, positive vibes. Plus, just to top it off, the 12th of January is also Kiss a Ginger Day. So there you go. You can celebrate Lordy with your kite and snog a ginger person. There you go.
All on the same day.
Yeah, exactly. So ginger people need love too. Show them some love.
Things we've learned.
Yeah.
Things we've learned.
Actually, I'm going to start though, right? Because my one is actually a Gujarat related one, Sach.
Oh,
Oh.
Have I inspired you, mate?
Well, you absolutely have. And the Gujarat-inspired one is basically about a hidden city near Dwarka. So there's Dwarka is in Gujarat.
Yep.
And off the coast, under the ocean somewhere, is what they're calling the Atlantis of India, a hidden, buried.
What, like an ancient city or something?
An ancient city, exactly that, from Lord Krishna times, right? So because Krishna is linked to Dwarka, am I right? I don't want to get it wrong and offend anyone, but
what do you mean by Atlantis? Like the one in Dubai?
No, not the hotel.
Water slides.
Yeah. It's not a 5-star. It's the Atlantis, which that Atlantis was based on, which is a hidden city. So basically saying the Dwarka's got a hidden city underwater, and it's definitely there. They found water. I watched like about 10 minutes of this online documentary all about this archaeologist, and he's pulled up all these little pots and this different kinds of, different kind of pots and clay and stones and things from that time, and it goes back thousands of years. But what they're now doing is like submarine visits down, so you can go down and visit it. Now, I know that ended quite badly for some people with the Titanic not so long ago when they were going to see it. So I don't think this is a good timing for Gujarat to be doing that, but they're doing it. So the thing I learned was and can I share something with you? I always had an idea, and I'm going to say it because I'm never going to do it, but I always had an idea of a couple of lads. This is my film idea, by the way. A couple of lads that live in India who are sitting there by the water, and a little ruby just pops up out the water.
Okay.
And they're like, and it's come from that hidden city. And I always thought, I wonder if there's a hidden city or a sunken ship off the coast of India somewhere. There's got to be, right? But now I'm like, this is the perfect setup of a film where the boys can go down there, and then you find there's a whole other world.
Wow.
Come on. It's a magical story.
Wow.
Imagine animation.
Tommy wants to make another Little Mermaid by the sounds of it.
Yeah, but a Desi one. A
whole new world.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful. So anyway, there's a hidden city off the coast of India near Dwarka, and I didn't know that, and that's the thing I learned. I find things like that.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
Shall I go next?
Go on then.
The thing I learned was, for every human on Earth, there are 14 billion insects to one.
God.
Oh my God! 14.
Get your head round that.
So hold on.
14.
So that's 7 billion times 14 billion.
Yes.
Not there's 14 billion.
No,
so
it's 14 billion.
What that number would be
14 billion to every one human on Earth.
That's a lot of insects.
Here, Tommy's working it out. He's trying to.
No,
He's scratching his head.
Okay. I'm going to say it now. Can I add in another thing I learned? Because
Here we go.
Because just bonus. Right, little bonus one. This one kind of freaked me out. It wasn't really super worthy of one on its own, but I thought I'd share it because it's happening this year. So there's this creature called the cicada. It's a little insect. It's a green insect, quite a good looking insect actually, like little green funky looking one. It's a bug, lives in North America, like around Canada, America areas. Looks pretty cool, and it spends most of its life living underground. Now, there's one type of cicada that lives for 13 years, and there's one type of cicada that lives for 17 years. And for most of that life, they are purely underground. But all the cicadas are in sync with each other. So after 13 years, all the 13-year living cicadas come out the ground, they have a big party, they shed their skin, they make a nest, and they die. Right? They do that all together to create such a buzz. There's so many cicadas that live to 13, create such a ruckus of all of them all being out that it's very hard for predators to get them all, and the chances of surviving to the next generation increases. There's also the 17-year living ones, right? But the 13 and 17-year ones, when they all come out the ground, they miss each other. They're both prime numbers. So the 13-year comes at one point, 17 at another point, 13 at another point, 17 at another point. Unless you times 13 by 17, and you get 221. So basically, every 221 years, all of the cicadas, the 13-year and the 17-year living ones, all come out together. So that happens every 221 years. And the last time it happened was 1803. So 221 added on is 2024.
Oh, wow.
This year, at some point, all of these green bugs in North America are going to come out the ground. They're going to rave, shed their skin, and die. Get ready.
Interesting.
It's not a time to go to North America.
Is it going to be like? Is it going to be bed bug infestation like that?
Mate, I don't know what they do when they come out. I think they do their own thing. I think they're just partying. But even so, they're going to be taking over all of North America.
This by default has to go into the Christmas special, so that when people listen to it, they can look back at the year and go, "That didn't happen," or "It did happen."
It did happen, and oh my God, look, no one's left in America.
Exactly. So there we
go.
Do
you know what? I was planning to go America in a couple of weeks, a couple of months.
Well, I would go
now. What time of year? What time of year is happening?
It doesn't say, but they're probably underground now, rumbling around, getting ready.
Waiting for Sach.
Yeah.
No, forget that. We ain't going to New York.
My one is especially for both of you two, because I know that you love your vinyls.
Yes.
And I'm guessing you still got a little collection. You still got them. I don't know if any of them, you listen to them still every now and then. But the joy from listening to music on a vinyl, and what is that joy that you get from listening to the music on a vinyl? I have found out something which absolutely blew my mind. So if you think about it, right, all the albums that used to get released on the vinyls, there was a certain way that they would order the tracks on an album back in the day, which normally meant that you would have your big bangers, all the good ones, at the top, and then the slightly lesser known ones, the ones that they really didn't, that invested in, would start at the bottom. Now, what that meant is that the way you would then work on an actual vinyl is that the great tracks are all on the outside, and then the slightly lesser tracks are towards the middle of the disc.
Okay.
Right. The reason behind that, and this is why they had to order the tracks in a certain way, is because the quality of track diminishes as you get closer to the middle. So they wanted you to enjoy the best tracks, which meant that they were around the outside of it, and all the crapper songs were at the end of the album. That blew my mind.
Sach already knew that.
I did know that.
Did you?
I know that. Yeah.
I did not know that.
And that's why on some vinyls, you get a big plain black bit, where there's no grooves.
Oh, yeah.
They make that bit bigger because they go, forget it.
Yeah,
No point even putting anything on that. That's the rubbish end. We're not about that.
Love it.
But that's good. I do like. I thought there might be something going on there, and whether this is a fact or not, I'm going to just throw it out there. That going a bit analog, going a bit old school, whatever it might be, even like. Oh, this is a stupid analogy, but this is how my brain works, right? So listening to vinyl, you said, makes you feel good. There's an authenticity to it. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I fully believe it. I fully believe it. Cutting your onions in a blender versus cutting your onions with a knife makes the food taste different. If you cut it with a knife...
Oh, agreed.
See, good. I'm glad. I think it doesn't matter because it's a chopped onion is a chopped onion. But something happens.
It's not.
When you blender blitz your... chilies, tomato, whatever it might be, because you think, and sometimes I do for like speed, and then I'm like, nah, something's missing here. And I'm not talking about the chunks. I know obviously you lose the chunks of it because I want it smoother for the kids when I do the kids' food, because they don't want the bits of onion or bits of dhania or bits of whatever in their chicken curry. But yeah, so going a bit manual, going a bit analog sometimes, walking to the shops to get that coffee rather than going in your car. Just I think vinyl is all about that.
When you listen to a vinyl still, it sounds better than anything you'll hear. Still. Yeah.
Because you're getting a little bit of the other extra bit of sound, aren't you, as well? You're not getting that clean sound.
For example, if you're playing on a big system and you hear a bass line, you're only going to hear that from a vinyl and not from a CD or even a laptop or whatever.
Yes.
Did you ever play vinyl, Sach, or were you too late?
Not
for that?
really. I came onto the scene when it was CDs, but I still went back and learned how to play on vinyls. So I didn't know how to.
One day this year, let's make it our task for the year. I'm surely we can do it. We rig up my decks. My decks have been sitting in that front room for 10 years, right?
Hang on, Kej, what are you going to do?
Oh, witta. I'll just do that with the hand.
Witta. Oh, by the way, Sach, and another thing, 128 app. Download an app called 128. ONE28, the number 28 app. It's an app that allows DJs to take requests from people without speaking to them, and they can pay you for the.
That would not work in the Asian community.
Why not?
Because you have to pay.
No, I think quite the opposite.
Why would I pay when I can just hang off Sach's arm?
These people chuck money at DJs just for the love of it.
No. But bars and clubs, you just got to flash your phone in front of Sach.
Yeah, exactly. But he'll go, piss off. I'm not taking
I would.
But if he goes, oh, I've just put £20 into your account, can you play this song? You go, okay, then why not?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would. But then, do you know, I don't like it. People, I don't like that because people come over to you, they'll throw like a 20 quid or 50 quid at you, and they'll expect to. I'm not some sort of animal that you just throw money at.
Yeah, you're not a stripper.
I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm sorry.
Why don't I be the animal for you? And they have to come and
collect the money.
I'll collect the money for you. I'll listen to that.
So anytime,
I'll let them spit in my ear. It's fine.
Anytime someone comes over to me and does that, throw in the money thing, I'm like, bro, no, take this back.
Kej, you should go treat it like a strip club. You go around with a little thong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And go,
absolutely.
Anyone want to request? Anyone want to request?
Stick in my tendies.
50 quid notes only, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Line them up. Wicked stuff. How long you out there for, Sach? How much longer in Gujarat?
I'm still here another week. So next week,
mystery guest. Mystery guest.
We're gonna get a guest on the podcast.
Well, we'll try
to. Maybe we'll see.
We've started this week at mystery guest. God knows where we will be next week.
Might be Simon.
Yeah.
He is loving it.
Aim high. Aim high.
Yeah. Okay. And it's aim higher than Simon. Don't tell him that. Let's see if we can get a guest. If not, I have to phone Simon and hope he hasn't heard this bit of the podcast. Like, I know what you're ringing me in.
I've put in the calls, by the way. The calls have been put in, and I'm waiting for a confirmation.
What do you reckon we can? Do you reckon we can ask brown loaders who they would like? I mean, don't kind of go, ooh, Shah Rukh Khan. But
yeah, because it's boring. Not that we can't get him on. It's just boring, isn't he?
Look, if we ever had to call in the favour and get Shah Rukh Khan, I'm pretty sure we could. But I don't, if I was dying and I went, look, it's my last podcast, I think he'd come on, right? It'd be like that extreme.
Yeah.
But if there's somebody you think, actually, tell you who you'd really like, or like, do we get on people from another podcast? Do we get on other broadcasters? Do we get on? We know all the comedians. We've had comedians on before, so we've had those. What is it? Who is it? Who? If Sach, Sach, you're traveling back next week when we're recording.
Yeah,
so he's out.
I just don't know where I'm going
to. Someone else.
Yeah.
So who is it? I don't want to go heavy. We want someone fun, someone who gets us. Yeah, I don't know. So there you go. Get your suggestions in. Let's see if Kej can contact them and slide into their DMs. Maybe it's Rishi Sunak. Who knows? I
can add that to the letter when I reply to him.
Yeah. Can I go, by the way,
are you free on Tuesday night to come to East London?
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
And sit in the garage.
Okay. Well, listen, enjoy the last few days on your own in the hotel, briefly seeing your family. Kej, let us know when you send the reply after Rishi. And
I will let you know. Yeah.
And we'll catch up with you boys next week. Thank you.
Laters.